and welcome to the Rave.com. I'm Linda Kane. Today I'm here with Pete of One Eskimo.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, welcome to the Rave.
Thank you for having us.
First time here at the Rave, right?
Yeah, very excited.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to really walk around the building yet?
We had a little bit of a wander, but we kind of were fashionably late, so we're kind of rushing through a sound check as we speak.
Okay. All right, I know you've been here in the States for touring nonstop for about a year now.
Yeah.
And now you're on your second last date of your first headlining tour here tonight at the Rave.
Yeah.
How's it been so far on the road here?
Amazing. A lot of different experiences. Like from when we first came out, literally 12 months ago, we weren't signed to a label, and we weren't. It was kind of a first opening tour where we opened for Tori Amos, which was amazing. I think we played at the Riverside here in Milwaukee, and we just played a bunch of venues way above our station at that time, and people were just getting to know us. Our album wasn't even out. And then from there, we kind of just kept visiting back to places and slowly building a fan base where we opened for Bob Schneider at the end of last year, and then Gomez earlier this year, and the start of this tour with Michael Franti. And then slowly through that whole kind of transition where it's gone to our own shows, people are coming out and supporting us, which has been a really nice, a long 12 months and a lot of driving, but it's been a really nice experience to be able to, slowly see people getting to know our songs. And, last night at the show in Madison, people are singing along to our songs and stuff where, it's pretty nuts for four guys from the UK that, come to the other side of the world, and people know who we are and know our music, which is a nice feeling.
You guys are blowing up?
Yeah, it feels great. It's nice. It's just a nice experience all around, and that whole period from sort of summer last year going through, we've definitely seen a lot of the US in that time, but it's been great.
Yeah. And I know you said you're originally from Australia,
yes.
But everybody else from the UK, and you guys, when did you go to the UK? I mean,
I've been living there now for about 8 or 9 years, and that's London's kind of where we all met as a band, and then Jamie, the bass player, is actually Welsh and lives in Glasgow in Scotland, but we kind of make him come down to London when it's time to rehearse, which isn't very often. But it's kind of it's definitely our spiritual home would be London, kind of thing, where we all met up.
Exactly. We have your current release here on the screen.
Yeah,
self-titled album.
Very cool.
Congratulations for Candy hitting #1 on the US AAA charts.
Yeah, so. That's been a thing that's been the biggest buzz for us, because again, you don't really know when we wrote this album. It was written as an album, in its entirety. So it's really difficult to kind of, when people say, what's going to be the single, the classic kind of question. The response we kind of get from shows, everyone has a different answer to that. People that come and watch us kind of, they have different favorites. So it's really difficult for us to go, it's this song, it's that song. And when people started playing Candy and we had some stations pick that up, it's been mad. And to go to #1 on the AAA format was like, we just didn't expect that. And it kind of happened at the end of last year, at a period when we'd been out here for 6 or 7 months, and we went back home over kind of the end of the year into the new year, and it was that we kind of got told we were actually in London, and it's kind of like all of a sudden you've hit #1 in the States, and it was quite weird. We kind of decided that maybe we're better off being home more, but since then we haven't followed that, and it's been great. It's unexpected, but a great way for people to hear our music. And then what's been nice is from the radio support, we've been able to play a bunch of shows that have, people have listened to the whole album rather than just that one track. And what's been nice is a lot of people, even though they get into hearing us through Candy, come back and say that's not their favorite song anymore. It's another track from the album, whether it be Astronauts or UFO. We get a lot of, which is a nice place for us because we wrote it like that. It wasn't kind of written as a bunch of songs that maybe this one will be radio friendly and that kind of thing. The album is not really that kind of album, which it's been a nice way through.
Awesome. And then are you working on the next album right now, doing some writing and recording, or?
Yeah, it's tough. It's a lot of it being in the back of a bus. So you probably hear a lot of air conditioner on the next record. But just from a demoing point of view, we're always writing and we're always working on stuff. And because of the experiences we've been having in this last 12 months, I mean, we've literally been living on top of each other for 12 months solid. And we're all very close. We spend more time with each other as people than we do with any of our friends, family, loved ones, and that sort of thing. So we're very, very close. And I think the experiences we've had being out in the States in the last 12 months, we naturally create music. That's what we do. And so probably in the last few months, we've really started pulling a lot of new ideas together, and we're excited to start playing them. I think we come out again early August, which we're looking forward to, trying to put some new material in. But it's tough because we're out here on the road so much. You don't really have a lot of time to get into studios and put them down. So we're kind of busy on laptops and demoing and trying to write and create. But it's been a nice process and an organic one at that, because we're all kind of contributing ideas and we've gotten to know each other so well, living on top of each other, that there's a nice respect and understanding for what everyone brings to the table musically, and so that sort of puts us in a nice place for meeting on. So we're excited about being able to do the next album. The flip side of that is we're still on our first single here in America, and it's kind of like that kind of makes it difficult for timing, and it's kind of we're just happy that people are out here checking out our music and discovering us, and when we get to release that next album is a difficult one, but we hopefully as soon as possible, because we feel like there's a lot for us to say musically and a lot we want to express. So hopefully, just
the road this year, a lot of strong material. I mean, like you said, getting to know each other more, and your experience here in the States.
Totally
strong material for the next album.
Hopefully. I mean, we'll see. We're excited because we've got a lot of stuff written, and it's it's just that kind of next step of kind of what we want to be able to do is kind of take them out and play them. There's a track we put in our live set now called Hurricanes that that is a new track, well compared to it's not on the album, and that one we play and we get a lot of great support from that, and that track I guess is a taster for where we're trying to head to, and we're always trying to progress musically. We're not trying to repeat what we've done, and that goes across the board. We have our animated side to our record.
I was going to ask about that. Is there going to be another Adventures of One Eskimo for the next album?
Well,
or something
there'll be
similar?
something, but to say that it's going to be exactly that, or just one, the Adventures of One Eskimo 2, or it won't be that. I know that for a fact. The idea of there being a visual element to what we do, and Christian. Who the singer is very much he's quite into the animation, and that visual side was definitely his baby, and kind of carrying that forward. I think those elements are always going to be there, because that a lot of our influences become are visual as well. What you take in, and how we choose to express that is still up in the air, because primarily we're all musicians, so I think that's our initial focus. But like with the Adventures of One Eskimo on this record, those images started coming up with Chris early on in the process, and the development of that into the whole album being animated was an unexpected, but just something through a series of happy accidents that we kept getting more opportunities from an initial video that we did off our own backs for the song Home Time. That kind of got some attention and won an award in Britain, and then from there on opened some doors for us to be able to get some funding to be able to do the whole album. Which when we first started doing the animation, that was never even on the radar, because the first one cost so much money, it took so much time out of our own pockets, because we weren't with a label or anything or a management at that stage. So to be able to do the whole album as a 50-minute piece of animation was a dream, and we're very happy with how that's turned out.
We'll see. All right. Well, as you said before, this is the second last date of the current tour. You'll be back home in time to catch the World Cup finals,
yes.
right?
Yeah. It's we're excited. It's weird. We're not, even though we're all UK guys, and football is a big deal out there. We're the most unfootball-y people here. It's kind of it's a weird thing, but there's something about the World Cup that it is it's the world game, and it's kind of people everywhere get to be involved, and I remember for me as an Australian, the previous World Cup, Australia hadn't even qualified for 30 years or something in the World Cup, and then suddenly got through to the semi-finals last time, which they had no business doing, because there's all these massive teams with huge history and that kind of thing. And it's the same every time with the World Cup. They just have teams that aren't paid millions of pounds or millions of dollars in players' fees and that kind of stuff, and they're not professionals and they've all got day jobs, but seem to make it through to the later stages in the World Cup. And I think that's, out of everything, just shows that it's kind of like people that kind of believe in something and making it happen. And it's great to watch, and it'll be interesting to see what happens on Spain, Netherlands, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
a big party on Sunday everywhere around the world.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. But we're going to just get home in time for that. So it's definitely going to be a bit of couch time, I think, when we get home, without falling asleep from jet lag, hopefully.
Very nice. All right.
Looking forward to it.
Well, as you said, you'll be coming back in the States in August, so looking forward to your return back to the States. Hopefully,
Thank you very much.
Next time, hopefully you'll get another show here at the Rave. We could do another interview here on the Rave.com.
Totally. Yeah, we look forward to it. We'll be able to talk about the score on the final of the World Cup.
Nice. Sounds great. All right, Pete, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you here. And thank you for watching the Rave.com. Make sure to check out One Eskimo's current self-titled release, One Eskimo. And we'll see you soon next time on the Rave.com.